Hi, everyone. I'm Jim D'Antona, President and CEO of the SLO Chamber. In May, SLO City Council created brand new opportunities for businesses throughout the city to utilize outdoor space in a way we have never been able to before. We are so appreciative of the quick actions that the city took to allow our business community to innovate and creatively meet today's challenges. We are all looking at indoor space in a new way, and this outdoor flexibility will allow businesses to activate their parking lots and city streets to adapt to our COVID-19 realities and keep employees and customers safe. To walk us through this open SLO plan, we are delighted to have Councilwoman Andy Pease, who in addition to being a SLO City Council member, lent her professional talents as an architect to help figure out the nuts and bolts of what's possible. Take it away, Councilwoman.
Thank you so much, Jim. I'm really happy to be here and excited to be talking about Open SLO. It's a great new program that we have to expand our use of city streets and other public spaces to support the businesses reopening and to have the community have a little bit more space as they go around town. So I'm going to take just a few minutes to walk through the parts of the program, but there'll be lots more information on the new webpage, which is openslo.org. It has links and all kinds of great information and details. So it's a 1-year program. We're going to have a little bit of flexibility as we go through it and adapt and learn together for Open SLO. So the first part of the program that I want to talk about is about the parking lots. It's for anyone throughout town who has on-site parking, and the city is not going to enforce any on-site parking requirements during this 1-year pilot program. So now you have options on how to use that parking spaces. So say if you had several spaces and you want to close them off with a rail or planters or wine barrels or something like that, you've created space. And that could be outdoor dining space for a restaurant or cafe, but it can also be expanded retail display space for a shop of some kind. Or if you have a studio, you can teach a class out there. Or even if you're an office, you could put out a conference table and have meetings out there. So a lot of different ways that you can do that. And we're going to have flexible signage as well, so you can put out a sandwich board or other ways to draw attention to your business. There's no permits required for that one, so easy to go ahead and just go for it. But of course, if you share the parking, you need to coordinate with the other businesses and the property owner. The next part of Open SLO, a little bit more visible, is going to be our downtown streets. We're going to temporarily close down sections of streets to cars and be able to open all those spaces up. So we'll be putting out tables and tables in Mission Plaza for to-go orders, and restaurants and retail and other businesses can use those spaces as well. The open times are going to be Thursday and Friday evenings from 5 to 8 and weekends from 11 a.m. to 8 p.m. So great time. It's going to be opening up. The first part will be sections of Monterey starting June 18th, and then the following weekend will be sections of Higuera. It's important to note that the cross traffic will still go through. So unlike Farmers Market, we'll still have the cross traffic and then just segments of the streets closed. And then on the cross streets that will have the parking will be set aside, prioritized for accessible parking, and also the pick up and to go orders, folks, because we know that's been an important part of the businesses. So those are public right-of-ways, and so we do need to do a bit of a permit process, but it's really streamlined. There's no cost. All the links are at openslo.org, so definitely check that out. The third piece of the program is about parklets, and there's platforms that are built in the street parking space, and they're the same level as the sidewalk, and you put a seating on them. You've probably seen them in other cities. And so the city is going to cover the cost of 4 or 5 of those downtown, but in other spots of town. And so we're just trying to figure out where are the best spots and who's interested in having them. Hopefully you've had a chance to participate in the business survey, but if you haven't and you're interested, do reach out to the city. For all of those kinds of pieces, we're not trying to draw big crowds. We're trying to have everyday open space so that we can still have the 6-foot distancing, and we're encouraging people to keep that space, to wash their hands frequently, to wear their face coverings, and really have people feel safe and comfortable in our business areas around town. The fourth and final category of the Open SLO program is a bit of a catch-all. We're doing traffic calming, we're doing temporary buffered bike lanes, We're doing quick builds and other ways to create space. And we're just trying to get out of the way of good ideas. So if you have some idea on being able to use a public space in a way that will support our economic recovery and our community as a whole, please do reach out. So that's openslo.org, and we look forward to seeing everybody around town. Thanks, Jim. Back to you.
Thank you, Councilwoman. We hear time and time again, one of the most valuable things the city can do to support business is to be flexible and open to new ways of doing things. You and the whole team have absolutely stepped up in this uncertain time, and we are so appreciative. Thank you. Stay healthy and safe out there.